Give me that blade, Vargas!
Take abolish her if you can, mortal! No! Kill them, my shardborn! Recover abolisher! The shardborn are endless, mortal!
Abolisher. It's all yours, comrade.
Abolisher will be mine again, mortals. We shall definitely meet again.
Perhaps I'll ask about the portal later. Right now, I want to know if the keep is secure.
You give the report, comrade.
The battle out here appears to be over, except for a few straggling Daedra. Are we in the clear? What did you find in the barracks? And how did you wind up emerging from a portal? Portals under the keep. That's an unexpected tactic. But I'm glad you and the Tribune took care of it. Without reinforcements, the remaining Daedra shouldn't pose too much of a problem for my legionaries. As safe as can be expected, we are a military installation after all. We'll wipe out the remaining Daedra, then begin rebuilding the keep. I expect Tribune Ithelia will want a final word or two with you before you go. After this beating, who can say? Daedra don't behave in any rational way that I ever noticed. But we'll shore up the barricades, rebuild the wall. And there's always my tried and true methods. Fire and traps. Always go with proven tactics, I say.
You didn't hesitate to leap through the portal after me. You do this sort of thing pretty regularly, don't you? Shard Marshal Vargas got away, though. That's on me. I swear I'll get her next time. But that place... the sky looked like cracked glass. Mirrormore. What a desolate place. Do the Shardborn come from there? Maybe Baragon or Laramil can tell us more. We should also have them examine the blade. What did Vargas call it? Abolisher. Huh. Would it be all right if I took the sword to them? I'll help bury the dead and then take Abolisher to Skingrad. Maybe Laramil or Baragon can make sense of it. I want you to know I appreciate your help here, comrade. Take this and consider your commission with the Legion over. For now. Let's keep news about Abolisher between us until we're back in Skingrad. I don't want thieves or recollection agents to get any ideas while I'm traveling. Return to Baragon's townhouse as soon as you can. I have a feeling this is far from over. A sense that things are going to get worse before they get better. Recollection cultists prowling the region, Daedra boldly attacking the keep, magical blades that open portals as easily as I can open a door. Something bigger is coming. I know it.
You're back! Good. I made some progress with the Hope Route map. Let's talk.
Tell Baragon about your recent investigations, Proxy. I confess I am curious as to what he makes of your report on the events at the Outcast Inn. Afterward, we must take counsel together.
I'm still deciphering the map from Hoperoot. I can't yet make sense of all the notes, but I figure that any location marked on the map must be important to the recollection. How did your investigations go? You've been busy, friend. Did you learn anything at Feldergard Keep and the Outcast Inn that might clear up the last nagging questions I've got about the Hoperoot map? Tell me what happened. You helped Ithelia remember herself? Isn't that what the recollection is trying to do? I suppose you had a good reason, but still. Entangled realities? A strange tale, friend. That's a problem rather beyond my experience. I'm glad you were there to sort things out. And you recovered a lamp? Sounds like some sort of relic. It might be important. So, the planned attack on Feldergard Keep was with Daedric forces, not the recollection? A good thing you were there to help Tribune Alea defend the fortress. And that blade you acquired. Any sword with a name must be important. As I hoped, your account explains these last few marks on the Hoperoot map. Not only were the inn and the keep noted, there's another site the recollection's interested in, an Ayleid ruin called Niryastare. We need to investigate that ruin next. Niryastare lies in the western Colovian hills. It's rather dilapidated and haunted. I had a harrowing experience there back when I was actively adventuring. Laramil wants to speak with you. Talk to her, then meet me at Niryastare. It was a long time ago, friend. Close to 40 years now. I was part of an adventuring company that explored Niryastare's Great Hall and the nearby chambers. We didn't get very far, though. Niryastare was too dangerous for the band I was with. In addition to traps, the Ayleid ruin was full of undead guardians. But the worst obstacles were the collapsed passages and buried doors. The recollection won't get far without a lot of digging.
The permutations of fate created a high probability that you'd... I would like to talk about the relics I heard you describe to Baragon. The Lamp of Clarity and Abolisher are two of the relics once used to defeat and imprison Ithelia. Exactly. Abolisher, forged by Boethia to cut a path to Ithelia wherever she walks. The Lamp of Clarity, created by Azura to illuminate the many paths. And the Skein of Secrets, woven by Mephala to show where Ithelia and the unseen could be found. No, we do not. Torvasad told us in Mephala's nest that the skein was lost in an Ayleid vault. Given the recollection's interest in Niryastare, I think we know which one. Torvasad used Abolisher to open the way to Ithelia's prison. He knows the relics can be used to return her there, and will do anything to prevent that. These ancient tools may be the keys to saving West Weald, and perhaps all of reality. The blade, the lamp, and the skein countered Ithelia's power in ancient times. I think they can do so again. You and Baragon are fated to seek the Skein of Secrets in Niryastare. I have my own tasks, and shall find you when it is time to finish this. My appointed tasks range far beyond West Weald, Proxy. While you deal with Ithelia's servants, Nantharian and Vargas, I seek her first scion, Torvasad, the author of all these troubles. You and I shall cross paths again soon enough. We observed Torvasad using Abolisher to open portals. Creating a portal is not difficult, and I am rather proficient at it myself. But Abolisher appears to do it swiftly, and with great precision. I suspect it can destroy them as well. The lamp allows us to gaze into the many paths. Think of that as a halo of possibilities and alternate fates that surrounds our own reality. Things can be real in the many paths that are not real here. We may need it to confront Ithelia. That remains to be seen, Proxy. We have observed the effects of Abolisher and the lamp firsthand. The skein, however, has been hidden for thousands of years. I presume its function will become apparent once you recover it.
Hello, friend. It looks... That's Niryastare over there, surrounded by a recollection stockade. I guess it's nice to know I correctly interpreted the map we found in Hoperoot. But it does pose a problem. Assaulting a recollection camp isn't our objective. Laramil says we need to find the Skein of Secrets. That's likely somewhere in the vaults of Niryastare. I recall a set of stairs leading down in the middle of the ruins. We should start there. I've seen a few recollection scouts come and go while I've been watching, but I haven't seen any of their leaders. Of course, I have no idea what's waiting for us in the underground portions of the ruins. If you want to hit them head-on, I'll follow your lead and help as I can. But there might be an easier way to get where we need to go. Before we commit to an attack, why don't we scout the perimeter and see what other options present themselves? Let's look around and try to keep out of sight until we're ready to make a move. The recollection brings supplies to this gate. The sentries here are predictable. We might be able to slip by them, or we could try the path to the north. Although, I don't know where that leads. That's the main gate. Lots of recollection there. No way we're getting through them without a fight. I think we've seen enough. Let's compare notes. Looks like we've got multiple options for getting inside. From what I recall, we'll find the stairs to the buried halls in the middle of the stockade. Assuming the recollection hasn't blocked them up, that is. It depends if we want to announce our arrival or stay hidden. The gate to the east is heavily defended, but there are fewer sentries at the west entrance. I think we could slip by them. Or we could try the path to the north. That's a good question. Sometimes natural fissures or caves provide hidden entrances to buried ruins. I saw no recollection forces in that direction, so it might be worth investigating. Your call, friend. I'll follow your lead.
A divergence point! Ha!
Be careful. I remember encountering some deadly traps, and it looks like the recollection's been busy down here too. The Great Hall of Niryastare. This is as far as I got on my previous visit. The door to the south leads to Niryastare's vault, but it's sealed by this Welkin stone. The Recollection's working on the puzzle. Let's look at their notes. Interesting. Let's talk about how to proceed, friend. I've got no talent for spells, but I picked up a bit of arcane lore in my time. The ancient Aelids were fascinated with light. They devised ways to harness its magicka, or draw it from ethereal crystals, like this burnt-out stone. Great Welkin stones like this one powered mighty enchantments. They could make buildings float in mid-air, maintain networks of magical portals, or seal impassable gates. I think this is exactly what we're looking for. Someone in the Recollection thinks so. Besides, you don't build a door like that or a lock with a Welkin stone without a reason. Explorers have visited Niryastare many times over the years, but no one's ever gotten past the dead crystal. Do you see the empty sockets? The mage I came here with years ago thought we needed lesser Welkins to restore the Great Welkin Stone, but we couldn't find any. Judging from these notes, the Recollection's experiencing the same problem. Good idea, friend. The lamp and abolisher give us an advantage previous explorers didn't have. I suggest we start with the East Passage and look for a way up to the north. The Recollection Mage's notes suggest we might find something there. I'm sorry to say that one of my principal talents as an adventurer was getting into places I wasn't supposed to be. I generally served as the trap expert and lockpicker of the party. Guess I've always been interested in puzzles. I came here as part of a small adventuring company. Brave companions and good friends. Anyway, we found the stairs in the ruins and fought our way past a small horde of skeletons to reach this spot. We hoped to find some treasure overlooked by other explorers. The vault door certainly seemed promising, but the Welkin apparatus stopped us here. Niryastare's undead forced us to retreat before we could figure out how to get past it. We parted ways long ago. I had one close call too many in ruins like these, so I decided to retire and take up a safer vocation. We said our farewells in Skingrad. It's ironic. I'm falling into dangerous habits again. It looks like Nantharian intends to plant more wildburn seeds. I thought we were finished with all that at Hoperoot. What really worries me is the suggestion that the wildburn ritual has another purpose. Planting seeds to wake the power that sleeps in the darkened home. I thought Nantharian wanted to cover West Weald in a great forest, but maybe the wildburn is just the collateral damage of his real purpose. I have no idea. I dimly recall seeing that turn of phrase somewhere before. A translation of an old Aeliad name, maybe? But where the darkened home is and what's there, I couldn't say.